Hello! Yeah. Long time no see. Um, yeah. You're probably wondering where the fuck I've been? Or most likely, no, you haven't. And second of all, you're probably wondering, what the fuck is this piece of shit? Well, this piece of shit is something that I've been hunting for the past 10 years. I've been wanting one of these for a very, very long time. And that is a shoulder camera mount. Yes! Oh, found this bad thing in a charity shop the other day, and I just had to have this. I genuinely had to have it because attachments. Yes. I still have to get used to using it. I do have the strap for either side here. It's just, this thing is a little bit uncomfortable, and I have yet to find actual need for it just yet. It's just, I have it, I'm happy, and yeah, I've been wanting one of these for years. I actually wanted one to go to my first convention with. It's just, no one I spoke to who actually worked with cameras knew what the fuck I was talking about. And I even showed my media teacher once, and they were wondering, what the fuck is that? So, yeah, that's an interesting situation. My hair is still long, and my eyesight is still absolutely crap. Funnily enough, yeah, my glasses broke, so these sit really uncomfortable, and you can probably tell by the sides of my nose that it's very uncomfortable. But yeah, stupidity, idiocy, and complete lunacy, and that's pretty much me. But aside from that, yes. Now, onto things. The camera mount. And a Polaroid camera to go alongside it. No, they were not bought at the exact same time, but they were got from the same place. Funnily enough, this thing might actually still have shots in it. I opened up the back and there were things slid in there. So I think this might have shots, and I think I might have destroyed one. I don't particularly know. Yeah. Yeah. I have a thing for old cameras. I just really love them. And this makes my third Polaroid. Because I've also got this dainty little thing, and yes, purple. It's the Polaroid iZone. A dainty little thing, but it's just nice. It's one of those half digital, half film types. It does take batteries, so it is a half digital, half film. I have a fascination when it comes to this kind of shit, and I can use them as props. Though there is one camera that definitely is on my hunt list of, even if I find a damaged one, I want, and that's a roller cord. I want a roller cord. Oh, I love those cameras. Those are so beautiful. It has a pseudo projector right on the top of it that acts as a viewfinder, and I want one. I really do. My love of the roller cord comes from Kamen Rider Decade, because Tsukasa Kadoya carries a pink camera. It's not a roller cord, but it's extremely simple. I think it's a Blackbird, something along those lines, or Mailbird. I'm not sure. It's just it's iconic to that rider, and Decade was one of the first few that I watched. I watched a few Kamen Rider seasons simultaneously. Den-O, Kabuto, Decade, and Hibiki. I kind of watched all at the exact same time. So, yeah, after I finished one episode, I'd go to the next one, go to the next one, and go to the next one. So, yeah, I'd watch all 4 seasons simultaneously. At the time, I never actually finished Kabuto because it kind of got boring. Well, that was at the time. It was just, I'm not a huge fan of religion, and there was religion subtext to me in that point. All the other ones, there might be stuff, but didn't pick up on it. Kabuto I did particularly like it at the time. Managed to finish it a few years later. Really good series, I would recommend. It's just, I'm not a fan of Tendo Soji, but I like Tendo Soji. Yeah, it's one of those situations. You hate him, but you like him, but you hate him. But yeah, that's where my love of the roller cord comes from, Kamen Rider Decade. Just because he carries a similar camera, and my college, well, the college I went to in Newtown, they have a roller cord, and I fell in love with it. It didn't work. It could do the projection thing, but it didn't work. But yeah, those are the cameras that I've gotten recently, aside from one small disc-type film camera. But I'm not going to show that because it's back there. I also got myself 3 purple ties. All of the purple. Oh, yeah, purple. Next up, Star Wars fans among you will recognize this probably. It is the weird Palpatarian sickle scythe thingamablob. It uses a 3.5mm jack on the inside for the electronics, and I do find that really funny. Just, that's a 3.5mm jack. No, I'm not gonna plug my headphones into it. It'd be funny if it works, but no. It's just, the electronics only actually work when it's plugged together. It's kind of stupid. You'd think it would work either way, but no, it only actually functions when it's like this. Just, I got it because prop. You can never have too many weapons. Didn't want to stay still. Speaking of weapons, it is Spider-Man 2 from the original live-action Spider-Man trilogy, The one that everyone likes harping on when actually it's a really decent set of films. Except for the goth dance, that was bad. But it's just Dr. Octavius's tentacle. Funnily enough, the shopkeeper at the time of the charity shop, as soon as she saw this come into the shop, she knew I would gravitate to it. Friend of the family, she knows me. She knows me a little bit too well when it comes to weird little oddities and toys. Just, she didn't know what it was, but she knew that I would most likely know. I'm a toy collector. This is the kind of thing I look into. It's weird shit. Aside from that, it's only a few minor little bits and pieces. Namely, come on. These. These were both bought at the Hereford model shop down by the hospital. This one was bought first, and sadly the bubble is fuggered, but it's not yellowed like this one. They were both bought for £5 a piece, which, well, £5.99 a piece, but still. Carded Beetleborgs. I ain't saying no to that. Plus, Shadowborg and the Blue Stinger. Now I just need to get hold of Green Hunter, Red Striker, and White Buster. And then probably try and get hold of the metallics. It's just £5.99 a piece for 2 old Beetleborgs. I am not saying no to that at all. Now, on to other things. You'll be happy to know I passed the assignment for building the props for these things. Yeah, passed. Took a bloody while to actually get notified. Apparently our tutor had sent us a message on Teams that we had all passed. I never received that message. They also apparently sent an email. Again, never received it. And none of us actually got the normal letter saying about passes or fails. So, yeah, kind of a bit of a farce. But I passed. That's good. And sadly, the exhibition was an absolute farce. Quite literally. I made a freaking silent video for them to actually put up for the exhibition, but no, they just used photographs. Literally, the whole point of one of the videos was to be used in the exhibition. I even told them that one of the videos was to be used in the exhibition. I even told them which one it was. Ugh. Typical. Just that taken into account, they could have just showed a snippet of it. It would have actually shown what the props were for. But neither here nor there. Let's go over things I've been working on. Probably wondering what the fuck. Well, I have built a pseudo Sengoku driver. And no, this thing is not solid whatsoever. Literally, it's only a few slithers of plastic even holding it all together. So, yeah. I'll have to sand down the sides a little bit. Yeah, I will have to sand them down. But considering this thing is made from just scraps of plastic and a bit of Lego, it's actually quite decent. And the mechanism is literally just that. It's literally just a bit of a pen, a screw, and a spring. That is pathetic, but brilliant at the same time. But yeah, that's the start of a Sengoku driver. I don't feel like spending 60 quid on a belt that I'm only going to be using for cannibalizing parts for this thing. So it's better that I just build it myself. Other things I have been working on are, funnily enough, a Beyblade launcher, which actually works, made of Lego. Ah, shit. Psst. This one bit isn't actually secured in place, so it's still fucky, but it's a very simple double layer gearbox. It hits the big yellow gear, rotating the smaller one next to it, travelling down to the bigger one underneath that, and then travelling to the smaller one next to that one. It is two separate axles, if you were wondering how the fuck I actually get that to work. But yeah, it's just, at the moment, it works with burst, though I do have a connector for plastic gen, and I do have a connector for metal gen. Funnily enough, metal gen works wonderfully. The rotation speed is doubled, close to tripled. Only problem is the measurement of the parts. So see the thickness of the wall by here, just like that. Yeah, that's how much of a height difference there is for the metal gen connector. So I really do need to redesign how this all goes together. And even then, this isn't even the final design for the shell, because, well, I'm doing my normal thing. I am making bits that connect and interlock. So yeah. Hasbro came out with quite a few unique types of launchers. A rev-up launcher, a gun launcher, even giving us a bit more of a more stable string launcher. But one of the attachments that they just plain and simply did not give us whatsoever was the one thing that this entire section here was made for. What was the one item used throughout the Metal Gen? That, heck, there was even an entire story arc based around. The Bay Pointer. That was the entire point of the Metal Gen half the time. Build up points, show your skill. Yeah, it was kind of stupid because you just add points mechanically. Well, analogically, you just press the button. But still, it was the principle of it. Hasbro never gave us a Bay Pointer. The only way to get the Bay Pointer was the import. Thing is, the thing was only worth 10 quid and the import made it go up to 60. Yeah. Stupid. And then they didn't give us half of the add-on attachments. And then went into Burst and we didn't even get an actual launcher grip. Seriously, Hasbro? Dude, I am not pulling a ripcord that way. No, I am too used to pulling it back. Yeah, I have tried doing it that way. The problem is, yeah, my arm cramps up going outwards. I am so used to pulling it backwards that my arm cramps trying to pull it out. Even with a string launcher, it's painful. So, sadly, I am one of the marginal majority that still prefer to pull back on a launcher. So, it was an absolute piss take when Takara Tomy would release the uniform grip and then release all the different add-ons for it. And then Hasbro just had the gall to release a tiny little piece of shit dinky thing they call a launcher and not actually include a grip. Dude. Really? Then they gave us the string launcher, which, ooh, potential. But then the closest thing we got to a grip was the supposed super launcher, and you fucked that up, Hasbro. Now, here's the thing. I could forgive not giving us the Baylogger, because, in all honesty, that one was ambitious, even for Takara, and shortly after a while, just didn't hear anything from it. People just didn't talk about the Baylogger that much. I wanted it because, well, it recorded data, so how fast your rip was, how much force you actually put into it, stuff like that, and that's the information I wanted. Now, I said to myself, Hasbro are not going to do that because it functions with an app, so smart device. And then Hasbro go out and bring out the Battle app. And I was just... Seriously? Takara did that with the Baylogger, and you're doing it without the Baylogger, which is one of the integral things from the show. It's in every fucking episode. Even to this day, Hasbro still have yet to actually release a launcher grip. There's the super launcher, but that ain't no grip. So, yeah. So the only way to get a grip for Hasbro stuff is to 3D print one, which I'm not at liberty to do at the moment, but close. So, yeah. Aside from that, it's mainly just been computer work. If you are a part of the TJ Omegadrome, well, TJ's Omegadrome on Discord, then a few days ago, you might have seen in the general text that I post a picture of a 3D model I've been working on. That is a new version of Rusa, my adorable Honeyroo. Her 3D model needed a major revamp because, oh good lord, there were problems. There were problems out the wazoo. And I freely admit, yes, I built her wrong. It was 2011 to 2012. I didn't know how to use Blender. I was still doing bare bones shit. And I was cobbling parts together like mad. And yeah. Taking into account, I did it all through PMD with no measurements. And it was an isometric view. So everything was distorted, depending on how you looked at it. So I was using an inferior modeling system right from the beginning. You can tell the humour. Hey, I'm proud of myself. That got me to do modelling, and I loved it, and I still use PMD. It's my preferred modelling program anyway. It's just that I've gotten used to using Blender, that I'm incorporating the two together like I should have from the beginning. But I didn't have anyone to teach me to use Blender. Everything I actually know is something that I've tried seeking out to learn, but I've had to teach myself partially. I had to look up how to do something, but learning to actually use it is my own thing. Yeah. Kind of shitty. Really shitty. But yeah, she has an updated model, and I will post some screenshots of her at a later date up for DA and maybe FA. I'm not sure. Other than that, I am still working on DX's 3D model. That thing, yeah, it's not even close to being ready yet. There's still work to be done. I'm not going to say the P word. I am not saying the P word. I just want it to be right. Because I want this version of DX to last at least for 2, maybe 3 years. It most likely won't, but I want it to. Other than that, I'm intending on making 3D modeling my kind of job. I'm not good at humans, I'm not good at organic, but I am good with machine. So what I'm planning on doing is just making assorted item models, either sci-fi guns, sci-fi swords, stuff like that. Making the models, putting them on Sketchfab, and put them up for a moderate price, like £5, stuff like that. I wouldn't put individual models, not unless I put a lot of time and work into them up. It would mainly just like be weapon packs, like a group of swords, group of guns, stuff like that. I'd probably put them up for like £5 or a tenner, depending on how many's in there. It's just, I want to be decent with prices, because I've seen a lot of 3D models being sold for stupid prices. And I don't mean moderate stupid, I mean stupid. So I know my work isn't exactly good, but I know there are some people who like it, so I'll build what I can and put it up, see if I can make a bit of money for that. And plus, it is a hobby, but I do want to make it a job of some kind. Not good enough to do commissions. Hell no. Nope. Nope. I take way too fucking long to build one model. Heck, the DX model's been nearly a 2-3 year build. That was a funny one. 2018, I think I put up that headshot of the DX's new head. Oh good lord, that was a long time ago. So, yeah, there's that. Other things I've been doing are a bit of Lego. I got a Vortex Lego build. If you don't know what a Vortex is, look up Rudaka from the third Bionicle movie. Yeah, she's a Vortex, and I'm trying to build my own Vortex. Though they're meant to be slender creatures, I've designed a more bruiser sort. Bulkier shoulders. More animalistic. I kind of like that design. Just, why make them slender? Why? Other than that, I have been working on my custom Gunpla Garyuga. Sadly, I don't have the right parts. I need to find some small-scale helicopters to turn them into arms. I also need to do the same for Gauraigar, which will be my other custom Gunpla. Yeah, fun times. Other than that, it's mainly just bits and shit. I do have a few deliveries coming in. I've recently won two eBay lots. One is of a half-complete thing that I've been hunting for quite some time, and it is to do with things that are right there. I'm sure one or two of you with the astute eye will recognise that right there as one of the Revenge of the Fallen combiner limbs for Superion. Yes, I have Superion and I have Bruticus from the Revenge of the Fallen line. So, take a guess what the other thing I tried to get to go alongside those are. Granted, it is half complete. I still have two more figures to try and hunt down. And sadly, it's not the repaint colours, so it won't match. But it's the mould, so yeah, and at some point I will have to try and get the repaint. I won't tell you what it is. Some of you will know, some of you won't. Don't really care. I'm going to show you anyway. The other eBay lot is of thingamabobs that I collect that shoot with this motion. You're probably wondering, what the fuck? But yeah, I bought a lot of things, and theoretically in a few more days I might have another lot of things. I put a bid on a lot, and I'm the only one who put a bid on it. I bid £5. It's £3 shipping, so in a few days I might end up with two more. I'm not pleased with myself, I'm really not, but it's funny. It's funny, it's funny. I have the money for it, so there's not a huge problem there. I do have one of the boxes, right there. I don't know which one it is, so it's either the thing that goes with that, or it's the things that go like that. I don't know which one it is. I want to wait until the other one gets here, but it's estimated, well, depending on which one it is, depends on the estimated delivery, because if it's the one that goes like that, it's not meant to be here until next week. But if it's the one that goes with that, its estimated delivery time is tomorrow to next week. So why have I got it today? I don't know. It's just that it has a number on it, £3.10. So that makes me think it's the thing that go pew pew. I don't know. I'll open it in a moment, but not on camera just yet. Heck, I don't even know when I'm going to actually upload this, because I want both packages. So I might just hold off on this video until it is up. I don't know. For some reason, I am channeling my inner Captain Xavier. Is that a bad thing or a good thing? I need a silly hat. There we go. It doesn't suit me, but I love this hat. So, yeah, that will end this segment. The next segment will be the box. And when the next one comes, I will also record that one and put it in with this. I don't know when I'm uploading this.
Bye-bye.